Ladies and gentlemen, let the games begin. Entscheidende Session der European Darts Open 2018. Und wir starten mit der aktuellen Nummer 8 der Welt, ein zweimaliger Finalist bei diesem Turnier. Er hat die European Darts Championship 2012 gewonnen. Ladies and gentlemen, aus Down Under, the Wizard, Simon Whitlock. Jetzt wartet der Weltmeister von 2014 und von 2017. Der Mann hat diese Veranstaltung schon zweimal gewinnen können. 6 Turniersiege gab es bereits in 2018. Ladies and Gentlemen, das ist die Nummer 1 der Welt. Herzlich willkommen in Leverkusen, MVG, Mighty Mike, Michael van Gerwen. Es wird im Viertelfinale die Distanz Best of 11 Legs gespielt. Man braucht also 6 Legs, um in das Halbfinale einzuziehen. Und Caller dieses ersten Matches am Abend, am Sonntagabend, ist der Calculator, Kirk Bevins.
Well, welcome to the final session of action for the opening European Tour event of 2018, the European Darts Open, live from the Ostermann Arena in Leverkusen, Germany. 8 men remain. We're going to have the quarterfinals, the semi-finals and the final all play out tonight. Of those 8, 5 have won Euro Tour titles before. 2 are unseeded players who had to come through the qualifiers. In fact, sorry, 3, because I was overlooking the fact that James Wade, the multiple major champion, is an unseeded player who's had to come through the qualifiers. And we have got a couple of long shots in Richard North and Ron Muhlenkamp. But we start with the world number 1, the 2-time world champion, a man who has won a staggering 20 European Tour titles, more than 3 times the total number of his closest rival.
Michael to throw first. Game on.
It is Michael van Gerwen against the Wizard Simon Whitlock, a former European champion. Paul Nicholson alongside me, Dan Dawson, in the commentary box for the opening game of the final session.
60.
Intriguing session indeed, starting with a game that we've almost grown accustomed to watching. Played each other so many times. Good start to the afternoon session for Van Gerwen against Norris, who started to show a little bit more form, which was very good to watch actually.
100.
But this is usually the point in the day where Van Gerwen starts to crank it up a notch, isn't it? We've seen him in so many quarterfinals, and there's a pattern of behaviour there.
100.
Well, typically, Michael van Gerwen might give the field one chance to beat him, and maybe that chance was against Cameron Menzies in his second round game
100.
yesterday, where he only averaged 94.8. And Cameron missed a few doubles here and there. It could have been a lot closer than the eventual 6-3 scoreline.
60.
He could well blow away the entire field. One of his main rivals, who was in the same half of the draw, Rob Cross, the world champion, the man who beat him at the World Championship.
59.
He's out. Beaten by Richard North this afternoon in the shock of the tournament so far.
I can give Northey a lot of credit. He played well at the right time.
93.
With an early 90s average, you would expect Rob Cross to maybe get over that hurdle, but you've got to give Northey a lot of credit. The 160 checkout in that match was stunning.
65.
Yeah. Uncharted territory for Richard North, and it's a fellow unseeded player in Ron Muhlenkamp who awaits him. That'll be the next game. Winner of that faces the winner of this one. Simon Whitlock
96.
has 5 career wins against Michael van Gerwen. More on that in a moment as we look at the 117. Treble 19 now. Now for tops.
Game shot on the first leg. Michael
De
van Gerwen.
rigueur for
Second leg against Simon
MVG.
to throw first. Game on.
Not a bad dart at tops. Nowhere near the wires. Wasn't anywhere else.
57.
Yeah, Simon Whitlock has 5 wins against Michael van Gerwen out of their 35 meetings.
59.
But of their last 21, 20 have been won by van Gerwen. The one time that Whitlock did manage to get a win against MVG.
120.
That's cost him 20 points. I'm not even sure how he's done that.
That's cost him a flight as well. I hope he's cut some other ones. He's using a flight which is cut down.
121.
Can't take his scissors on stage, I don't think. He hasn't changed it, so he's just going to persevere with it.
See if there's any damage to it. Is that the one? It looks a little bit.
Looks a bit
ragged.
mangled.
100.
Yeah, that must be the one. Doesn't look too bad.
Sometimes when you cut the flights down, they get a really sharp edge on them, and if they go edge on edge like that, they can slice.
137.
A paper cut off one of them.
That one's all right. That one's not.
43.
That one's got some damage, that second dart.
Well, it can make a difference, just those tiny things. You only have to catch a little bit of the flight and it can deflect
84.
off, cost you 57, 60 points maybe. Could be the difference between winning and losing a leg, or indeed the match.
Absolutely right.
95.
We're about to find out, really. Simon Whitlock leaves 86. Van Gerwen could take care of this 102 darts. Tops, tops. It's right in the middle. That one is perfectly felt.
Michael van Gerwen.
What a beautiful shot. Just had a degree of inevitability, didn't it?
Well, Michael van Gerwen, 100% on the doubles, but he's actually at 3 out of 3.
See, he's saying he's got more than 100%.
Well, he's 150% really, isn't he?
134.
He's at 3 tops, he only needed 2.
Maybe there's a new statistic we need to input.
Double finishes. They are getting more popular.
58.
Yeah, the one win that Simon Whitlock has over MVG over the last few years came at the back end of 2016, the Players' Championship in Ireland, and that was the day where Whitlock went and claimed his first title for a couple of years and sparked his renaissance. 4 more titles followed in the next 4 months. Oh dear. Now, I don't think that was anything to do with the flight. I think that's just careering into the wire.
That was a collision and a half with the wire. Well, he's
Juggling him.
Simon Whitlock is a wizard.
97.
He said you don't want a paper cut off those flights. He's dicing with death.
Don't try that at home, folks. You get that wrong, that'll hurt. Darting circus acts on stage.
99.
Do you remember the guy from the
107.
US Darts Masters? DJ Sayers, I think it was. Hang on. Oh my!
Michael van Gerwen.
170 checkout from the world number 1.
Game on.
It is exhibition stuff. 117 on tops, 100, 2 double tops, and now the biggest checkout in the game.
I'm not exaggerating when I say this. He just hit the bullseye of the bullseye.
140.
That was right in the centre hole of the bullseye. Maybe one of the best bulls you will ever see.
57.
So the message here, Simon, is do not leave Michael van Gerwen a finish.
Oh, Whitlock produced a 170 checkout himself this afternoon against Dave Chisnell in a one-sided encounter. Surprisingly one-sided encounter with Chizzy, who had come into some form.
121.
Simon said all week that he's full of flu. In his lingo, he's feeling a bit crook. Or as I say in Germany, he's a bit crank. That'll make him feel a bit better.
82.
Here he comes.
174.
My word.
Uruguay,
He'll probably have to take that 121 out because the way Van Gerwen's finishing, that 149 is going to pop.
Well, every time he's left to finish, Michael Van Gerwen has gone out.
Oh. 20 ball. Can he hit the ball? He moved it. Hold your breath, folks.
He can't, can he? Surely not. No, well, finally, Michael Van Gerwen, when he comes to the board looking to finish.
Well, in his own words, he's not a robot.
95.
Very true.
Uruguay, 25.
So 25 for the Wizard. This has to go, you feel. Cannot afford to go 2 breaks down to Van Gerwen. Double 4.
21.
Well, I think he thought that first one was in because he paused, waiting for the call, and it never came. Might come now, though.
He's missed one. But he hasn't missed that one. The line was good. A little bit less juice on that one. It was in the bottom half of the double 10, but it's good enough. And it's 4-0 Van Gerwen. Straight back in the 60. It's begging to be hit.
180.
Well, we start quarter of an hour later than we did last year and the season before that. But the way Van Gerwen is going, we're going to be done in 5 minutes.
92.
Maybe even less than that, because Michael Van Gerwen is on the charge. Not going to see the perfect leg, but then again, we never were.
134.
He is absolutely unrelenting.
Someone actually tweeted us yesterday, didn't they, about the
59.
possible ambiguity of the Kyle Anderson 9-darter at the European Championships. That's not on the Euro Tour, is it? That's at the European Championship.
Exactly. It's like saying that the Players' Championship Finals is on the Players' Championship series. I mean, it's the combination of it. It's a big major tournament on the TV. You hit a 9-darter on that, you get thousands of pounds.
48.
Tops then.
Game shot on the 5th
This
leg.
is looking alarmingly easy for Michael Van Gerwen, because that is an 11-darter. He's winning legs. He had an 18 to start off with. You know, he probably had a nap in the break, a bit sluggish. 15, 12, 15, 11. Now, granted, those 2 15-darters, they were to break. So Whitlock knows, had he thrown 15 darters himself, he would have won those legs.
I was just saying to you before this game started, wasn't it, about, you know, someone as iconic as Michael. Is the nickname Mighty Mike strong enough for someone as iconic as he is? Well, how about the nickname Level 10?
Well,
because he is Level 10.
Well, I mean,
100.
he's just God in darting terms at the minute, Michael Van Gerwen. And I think, to be fair, you could have
95.
the power would not have worked as a nickname were it not for the fact that Phil Taylor just dominated and became a 16-time world champion, and then it just became synonymous with it. But Mighty Mike should have the worst nickname in the world, and the things he does on a dartboard means it'll become iconic. This would have been the second 170 checkout of the game.
Even he says the funny side of that one, Simon. He's going to have to hit the 38.
122. Uruguay, 38.
Double 19 straight for it.
Game shot on the 6th leg.
And he's on the board. Saves are coming. Crowd love it. Good attitude from Simon. Nice and relaxed. And now he can just have another go at another leg and keep chipping away.
Well, Whitlock's a 2-time finalist in this particular event, the European Darts Open. Made the final back-to-back in 2013 and 14 when it was held at the Maritime Hotel in Dusseldorf, former European Championship venue. He was beaten in both finals. In 2014 it was Peter Wright, his first Euro Tour win. In 2013 it was Michael Van Gerwen, his first Euro Tour win.
100.
Well, the song in the crowd has changed from the Elmore tune to Simon Whitlock.
He's always been popular over here, hasn't he? I mean, it dates back to those sort of years. He became the back-to-back finalist at this event. That's having won the Dutch Darts Master. I can't remember who beat the final. He absolutely annihilated him.
It wasn't close.
It was you, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
It's close.
97. Michael Uruguay, 130.
Well, he's got a couple of visits to see this off.
Two treble 17s and double 16 will be the route. Double 16 for it!
102.
He is enjoying himself up there, Michael van Gerwen, and why not? He is averaging 106. He averaged 106 this afternoon against Alan Norris, and he could play like this all night.
58.
Probably will, the way he's going.
32.
Double 8.
16.
No.
Well, to stay alive, Simon Whitlock.
52.
Do you have another two treble 20 combo in your locker? He's going to go downstairs for treble 19. Two of those for double. That's the Keegan Brown way of doing things.
95. Likely requires 60.
He's got his own roots. Michael van Gerwen takes
shot.
out double
Man of the
four
match,
for a
Michael van
6-1 win. The average dipped a little bit, but it's still over 100. And the world number one, if anybody was in any doubt, is definitely the man to beat here in Leverkusen this weekend. A 6-1 battering of Simon Whitlock, his 11th consecutive win over the Wizard, who is the world number 8, remember. Michael van Gerwen goes in search of his 21st Euro Tour title. He is through to the semi-finals and 2 wins away from claiming it. Good luck, Ron Meulenkamp and Richard North. Whichever wins this next game is going to have to play the game of their lives in the semis.
Of course I love it. I think the crowd loved it as well.
Yeah, and I love it as well, you know.
Yeah, it's a good thing. My finishing was really good. I started with 117. I had 100 finish, 20 top stops, and then 170. So it was a nice improvement. It was good. So I hope I can show them more later on. And I'm here to play good darts. I want to win the tournament, and that's why they all buy the tickets, because they want to see it.
For 1,730 days, we are waiting for a 9-darter on the European Tour. You know what to do tonight?
I hope so. I have to start throwing more 180s, because I still play a little bit of crap. Maybe I play better later on.
Okay. Tell me, what's the plan for 2018? What kind of goals do you set? Is it, of course, the World Championship is the big one you want to, okay. Is it every major, or what are your goals?
Yeah, I got low goals. Of course, you want to win every tournament you're competing in, but that's a bit not realistic, because you have to be realistic. But I want to win a minimum of 20 tournaments this year, like I did last year, the year before. No, last year I had 18, the year before I had 25 or something. Yeah. So I want to continue the good form, make sure I keep going steady, and that's really important for myself.
Yeah. That's great. Where do you get all the motivation from? You know, it's for 3-4 years now, you're playing that level. That is amazing.
Yeah, I like playing these European tours. Not only this, also Pro Tour. Everything motivates me. But if you see all them people here in the venue, you can't get any better motivation, is it? I won't let them down, don't worry. I come and play them tournaments.
Okay, that's cool. Thank you very much, Michael. Michael van Gerwen. Er sagt, er zieht eine große Motivation einfach auch daraus, vor so einer Kulisse zu spielen, bei so einem Turnier mit dabei zu sein. Er sagt, 20 Turniere will er auch in diesem Jahr in etwa gewinnen. Das ist so der Fahrplan, das hat er so in etwa in den letzten beiden Jahren ja auch hinbekommen. Und natürlich ist er hier, um den Pott am Ende abzuräumen. Ansonsten reist Michael van Gerwen zu keinem Turnier der Welt an. Auf ihn müssen wir logischerweise ein